Welcome along,
That is
weekend roundup. Oh my days. We're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
And we're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah.
Foden 88, Saka 87. I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
How much chance do Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got through PSV, do you think there's any chance?
No.
Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Wolves. Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Still there.
You're in trouble if we win this game.
You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend. That makes you world champion.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title race.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 billion down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to Live at 5. We've got a lot of football action on this evening for those of us starved of Premier League football. You've got England versus Wales. You've got my boys Wales against this
England.
This guy. It's just you versus the Wales team. Now, we've got plenty to talk about today. Obviously, we are going to touch on the England-Wales game at some point, but I think the more pressing news so far that's come out in the last, 24 or so hours is about Manchester United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has come out and talked a lot about, Ruben Amorim and 3 years apparently he's going to give him and, give him insurances and he's a great manager. But today, to speak about all that is, to my left, it's Jack. Welcome back. You've been not first appearance since Monday, I believe. Yeah, co-hosting today. And also on my right, it's Alex. AGT is back again on DR Sports.
On the show, Live at 5.
He's part of the furniture of DR Sports at this point, aren't
Built
you?
the furniture.
You are Mr. DR Sports.
Currently on bail though.
No, it's I mean, it's a big appeal that I've got to go through now. I mean, I don't know anyone.
The Court
in
of
history.
Arbitration for DR Sports.
Well, I like to mention the Court of Arbitration, don't I? So it's quite ironic, but I don't know anyone in history of the world who's ever successfully appealed 10 consecutive life sentences.
Hey, look, get Mr. Marinakis on the phone and you might be all right. Get a strongly worded email from Nottingham Forest.
I know a few tough scousers, so I'll be putting a call in. But it's good to have Carell on the show today.
He absolutely smashed it as well.
Yeah, that was quality.
He was really, really good today.
Brilliant.
I'm sure he'll be back at some point.
Yeah,
he was a fantastic addition. But someone who's not doing so well at his work at the moment is Ruben Amorim. So I was really taken aback by the Sir Jim Ratcliffe quotes because he's strong. Like as an owner, he says he's got very strong opinions and he's very open about his process and everything that's going on at Manchester United. And what he's effectively said in the last 24 hours is he's admitted Ruben Amorim, so as he said, he has not had the best of seasons, said Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Ruben needs to demonstrate he is a great coach over 3 years. That's where I would be. And then he went on to say the press sometimes don't understand. They want overnight success. They think it's a light switch. You flick a switch and it's all going to be roses tomorrow. You can't run a club like Manchester United on knee-jerk reactions to some journalists who go off on one every week. We'll get on to the Ruben Amorim thing, but who do you think he's talking about? Is that a shot at Gary Neville? Is that a shot at some of the former ex-players and stuff who are calling for Amorim to change, or maybe saying that Sir Jim Ratcliffe's kind of, I've forgotten the word, his ownership of United so far, they like calling him out and saying it's not gone well?
I mean, ideally every manager in time would have enough time to assert their plan and be successful. I think to cite Sir Alex Ferguson is one thing, because I think it was 6 years into his career. From 86 he joined United up until 92 it would have been, where he didn't win anything, and then obviously Steve Bruce scores that goal and they win their first title. So I guess that's an anomaly because he was there 28 years and he was so successful, won everything. But to cite Arteta as well, I know he won the FA Cup in his first season, but I mean that's no yardstick really in terms of like the pantheon of greats when it comes to managers and giving them time. The top clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, if you have probably 6 or 7 bad games, or you lose most of them, you are going to be answering a lot of questions. This guy's had, 50 now?
50 games.
And he clearly hasn't improved Manchester United on the pitch. Still massive problems off the pitch. So as much as Jim Ratcliffe is saying, we'll give him 3 years, Jim Ratcliffe's not done a great job himself. And, in another world, he probably wouldn't be there ideally. He's probably not the ideal candidate for that role that you would maybe envisage being in that role higher up at United. But in terms of 3 more years as a rival fan. Fantastic.
Great news.
news. But if I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a United fan. It would frustrate me. It'd almost like undermine my feelings towards the team. If I was a United fan, I'd be very upset with what's gone on right now on the pitch. There's no kind of direction. He's dropping all the kind of wrong players. He should be playing Cobby, etc. And I'd be saying, we've got 3 more years of this. He's not saying, I'm going to guarantee he gets 3 years. What was the actual quote he said?
He said, Ruben needs to demonstrate he is a great coach over 3 years.
Okay.
That's where I would be. I think
over 3 years. I mean, look, he's been there a year, so I assume, according to Jim Ratcliffe, he would like Amorim to be a hell of a lot better come 2 years today. I don't think there's any evidence in the first year to suggest there's a pathway to getting into the top 6 even, really, in the next 2 years. If I was a fan, I wouldn't like that quote.
Yeah, I mean, how much do you believe in it as a United fan? Because they always say...
Believe in Amorim or the quote?
The quote, because there's a lot of people say that once you get the vote of confidence from the owners, that actually usually means you're in trouble. Like when the ownership come out and go, oh, we're fully behind this manager, it's usually like a week later you get in the corner flag post.
Well, at United previously, it has been a bit like that, where it's like kind of, Eric Ten Hag loses 3 like his first couple games, and he loses this, he loses there, and then we beat Barnsley 7-0 and then lose the next week, and then it's like kind of the BBC and Simon Stone come out and go, Manchester United managers are still completely behind Ruben Amorim. Our sources tell us that he's still got the full backing, blah, 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 but it is a bit different with Ratcliffe. It's harder to gauge what he's actually saying, because so far I see Ratcliffe as a pretty straight shooter when he's spoken, like when he did the podcast with Gary Neville, and when he's come out, like he has been. I like that at least the manager is saying something. Sorry, an owner of our club is finally saying something. That's the other thing, is that the Glazers themselves, previously in the ownership, never said anything. They never said anything. It was all about Ed Woodward.
Well, they're still there, the Glazers, though.
They are
Let's
still
not
there.
pretend that they're the current owners of.
Oh yeah,
of
no,
United.
they still are, but at least it's not the CEO coming out and saying it, or the director of football coming out and saying it. It's the people who are.
He's been on the overlap,
at the
so
very
he's
top.
Yeah, he'll do anything, really.
He did the rounds. What was about 6 months ago, whatever it was. The overlap. He was on the Telegraph, Times, BBC, giving all these bespoke interviews and everything. My reaction to this, though, I just think he's trying to say something, and he might not have actually come out correct. I think what he's saying is that in an ideal world, any manager, it's like a 3-year period to be able to prove their full capabilities. Like in terms of 3 years is pretty much what you'd think it would take to like overhaul a whole squad, to properly embed everything and get everything, all the chain of command correct. He is right. But it goes against what Ruben Amorim's been saying. Ruben Amorim's been saying, I know I need to, perform from minute one. And he's got, so he said 50 games, 20 wins, 21 losses, 9 draws is his record so far. And he was saying as far back, he's literally in his initial interviews, in like when we were playing Ipswich, when we were playing Bodo Glimt and Everton in his first few games, he was saying, no, I need to win. He said the storm is coming, it's all rosy now, storm is coming, but I need to win games, I need to prove myself from minute one, otherwise I might not be in the job. And then it came out in the Athletic in the summer that he was like kind of, it was a bit of a coin toss if he wanted to leave the club after like 3 months in charge, and he decided he was going to stay. And I think obviously Ratcliffe would have been part of that, about convincing him, going, no, we're in this for the long haul. I don't think he's in trouble at the moment, contrary to what I was saying a couple of months ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago.
But in an ideal world, he would have already gone.
I think if this was a domestic season, if his 50 games we'd done here were beginning of the season, end of the season, I don't think he'd still be here.
I mean, Diarra
he did still finish 15th, didn't he?
Yeah,
just so we're all
no, but the whole.
This is Manchester United.
Yeah, I was just going to say, DR have literally just posted that according to Opta, you've got a better chance of being relegated than you do winning the Premier League, and this is 7 games into a season, and we're chatting about Man United.
You say that, but the odds are 0.15 to winning the league and 0.76 to being relegated. That screams a team in 10th, which is exactly where we are.
Yeah, well, even
Ruben Amorim, he's being saved.
0.15% chance of winning. The
I know, it's
Man
ridiculous.
United, 7 games.
I would be interested to see what the stats are of like what positions, because obviously 10th is in theory the most likely position at the moment because we are 10th. But I would be interested to see that, because obviously we weren't planning on winning the league. The idea was 5th. The idea in the beginning of the season, was 5th.
Champions League,
it was sneak in Champions League, maybe Europa League. That was the goal. That was, I think, unanimously pretty much the goal. I don't think that we can't get that. There is a world where that happens, but that world is where Amorim actually changes something.
I feel like all the other dominoes have fallen, and like the Villa's dropping off, and that gap to go into that fifth is opened more than it probably was last year.
For sure, 100%.
Because last year, like
for sure.
Villa were class, like all these other teams are really good. Like now Newcastle have got Champions League, they've
Forest
got to play.
as well.
Spurs have got Champions League, they've got to play. Forest have fallen off. Like there's more of an opportunity for you to now get that, which is whether you can actually do it. But
Yeah, it's Amorim. I've been banging on this about this for so long. Is Amorim needs to change his stuff. He changed it. He actually did change it against Sunderland. We've got our 3-4-1-2, whatever 3-4-2-1 that is our base formation. But at no point did I actually see that. We were basically sat in a 4-4-2 the entire game. It was just a case of Ahmad went a bit higher, and then our centre backs went wider a bit. Lenny Yora basically played at right back. Like he did make these changes, and we scored a couple goals, and we looked like Sheshko looked better, and Bumo
Mason
looked
Mount
better.
got a standing ovation.
Mason, I don't know why he got a standing ovation. He had a decent game. I like Mason
The
Mount.
standard though.
Yeah.
I know. I know it is.
What do you
Which is
rate about
shocking,
Ruben
by the way.
Amorim? Because I mean, as we saw earlier,
What do I rate about him?
You were Amorim? Yeah.
You're trying this now, eh?
I'm trying to link back
do you know
to the
what?
previous show.
Same reason as Man United. I think initially when the rumours were
the
flying
record.
around that Amorim wanted to come to Liverpool, I think at the time, and again it's difficult to, well, it's easier with hindsight to say this, but it's difficult to re-put yourself in that time. Probably got sold the dream as well.
Yeah. Is he one of
Just
them
like
managers
United
where the
fans did.
idea of him is better than him?
Yeah.
the moment,
even
yeah.
when we were
Even
sat there
me,
being
I was like-
imagine Frimpong in that back five, and imagine Trent as a wing back. Like Amorim's system would be perfect.
Trent as a midfielder, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, maybe not now.
Yeah, I think I again saw the record, saw the interview, saw the comparisons, but then, I mean, Liverpool and the kind of tier one journalists have come out and said that Liverpool weren't interested in hiring him. But I know that before there was an opportunity to even think about Liverpool, and on his side anyway, I know that he went to West Ham and almost tried to play West Ham and wages wise against a United or a team like that who was in the hunt for a manager, which United were at the time. I mean, some of the stuff he's come out with is mind blowing.
Absurd.
In a weird way, I rate the honesty, but then I'm like, well, actually, you're not instilling any kind of hope or something for the fans to grab onto and really go, this is our guy. So, I mean, 20 wins in 50 games.
Yeah.
It was like the same win percentage as Russell Martin at Rangers, isn't it? Or like similar. But his is like league only. His is all comps. Or
So
Amorim's
yeah,
is
our
and his is all
league
comps.
win rate is around about 30 to 32%, I think, since he joined.
So about 31 then.
Yeah. Well, we've played 30 or 31 league games at the moment, and I think we've won 9 now, because we're going about once or twice a month, so it's about 9.
I saw that it's like in the past 8 months, all of his wins, they've either been in the Championship, are currently in the Championship, or had 10 men in that game, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think Sunderland is the first team we've
Burnley,
won where we've actually looked decent against, and they've been in
They've
theory
come up.
decent opponent, but they're still teams who have just come up. Yeah, we've hardly won any games.
Who are your wins? So it's
convincingly.
like Chelsea with 10 men,
Chelsea with 10 men, Burnley this season,
Ipswich, Sunderland.
Everton we beat 4-0 actually. That was his first Premier League win.
Did have a red card? Oh no, that's what I say. 8 months because they don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, well and Rashford and Xerxes both scored twice, and then Rashford stopped playing.
He just got sent to us.
Rashford scored twice and then just stopped playing. This is so the issue with Amorim, I think, is that it all boils down to the fact that on the pitch I think what he's doing is wrong. Like everything else, otherwise, he's actually gutted out the right players of this squad for the most part. He's actually brought in players who improve us drastically. The dressing room, I think, are more behind this guy in a bad situation than I've seen any other one of our dressing rooms. Like these guys are more behind Amorim than the other lot were for Ten Hag, Solskjaer, Louis van Gaal, David Moyes at the end.
Way.
He has. He's broken the mould in terms of like actually getting people behind him and believing in him in terms of the players. But then when he goes, this is what I do.
It's just so bad he's broken the mold.
No, I mean, well, that's one thing, but I mean, if he was Ten Hag, he would have been sacked by now. If he was Van Gaal, he would have been sacked by now.
Oh, you mean that way?
Yeah, that way. In terms of like, he's obviously got some kind of decent working relationship with Ratcliffe, even though they've, had a few bits and bobs in the past, in terms of like when he's speaking out about transfers. But I think he's done well to even stay in the job this long. Genuinely,
I think
he must be a great speaker, and I think
he is
we all
a great
got sold
speaker.
by the speak. I mean, even when he was announced at United,
Montclair.
there was me going, this could be the guy that actually gets them, and it was paining me a bit. I mean, look, I say all this, make sure we beat them on next Sunday. Reds, do not embarrass me again. I've had so many cookings on this show recently. For a first time in a long time, I'll be honest, but it still doesn't make them easier, and I'd like to come in. And it's Flex, it's him who sits over there. That's who I want to get. But anyway, I divulge.
We will be there.
Yeah, it's going to be... Because Liverpool, they don't lose 4 games in a row, do they? They don't.
They don't.
They're not a team that wins. They don't lose 4 games in a row. But then we saw
They
Man
can.
City. We saw Man City go like under the cosh last season. At one point, was it where they lost 4 and drew 4
Yeah, they were
in a row?
winless in 8 or something.
Winless in 13, mate.
Is it 13?
Was it 13
last year?
Or
games?
11 or 13, yeah.
I just remember seeing the screenshot of all the red and all the grey. from
Maybe
the
there
bottom.
should be like a United strand for like Liverpool losing 5 games.
Oh, that you know that guy's never getting his haircut.
No.
He's going to donate it all to charity when he finally gets it cut off.
Which is-
He's just
which is
currently
class,
withholding
You
it.
should give it to Lee Judges.
We've got also some more news that's come out in the last 24 hours that Joe Wright, Super Chat, has mentioned. Maguire new contract is the tip of the iceberg. 2 crying face emojis. United are done for. The Harry Maguire stuff, I was speaking about this on United View earlier on today. I don't mind him getting a new like +1 deal if it means he's like towards the bottom of that pecking order, like Johnny Evans type player.
He's good to
If
have
it's-
around,
He's
100%.
decent to have around, and obviously it's a
Competent footballer.
fun banter person to kind of go, oh lol, it's Harry Maguire. But I do think
Didn't you literally have a meme page dedicated to
I had a meme page dedicated. Yeah, but that was when he was good.
When was that?
In 2020, I had a page called Maguire pointing at things, where the whole meme was just him pointing at random stuff, just him edited onto like the Eiffel Tower, and it did really, really well. It got like 80,000 followers overnight.
What was good then?
It was like lockdown football when he was actually playing well. Like this is like 2020 or 2021, before he turned into like just absolute mush.
The meme.
I thought he always was.
Always was what?
Mush.
No, he had a good period. He actually
For
started
Leicester?
well.
Can't be for you. I don't know.
He was no. So
Harry
he
Wilson.
went through the whole thing that like Pogba did and co, where it's just like he was bad because he was 80 million, so everyone was just going, look how bad he is because he was 80 million pounds. Like, oh, Pogba, he should be getting 4 assists a game according to Graham Souness, and then he actually turned to mush.
I wonder what
He
Roy
actually
Keane
was
would say
then terrible.
about this in
Who,
terms
what?
of standards and keeping up with the tradition of Manchester United having great cup-winning teams, title-winning teams. You just finished 15th, and you're going to give the centre-back who got you there a new contract.
I mean,
wonder
we're
what
giving-
he would- I wonder what he would say.
1 year deal, and we're going to sign you centre back anyway.
Oh no, I wonder what.
I mean, we're
Roy
giving
Keane
people
would
pay
say.
rises without actually extending their contract. We're like breaking
Yeah,
new
I was
ground.
thinking that. Is that like
We've
a
given Raya and Trossard new
You just-
contracts, but with no extra years, just with pay rise.
current deal?
What do you make of that? Of like giving like not extending Raya's deal, considering that he's probably one of the best
How old is he?
goalkeepers
As well?
in the league at the moment.
He's like
27.
28 or something, yeah. The Trossard one makes sense because he was unhappy and was like, I want a new contract. So I think we've basically done we'll give you the pay rise that you wanted, but we don't want to be stuck with you until you're like
He's
35.
30.
Okay, he's older than I thought. But yeah, that's probably what we've done.
That's prime for a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's
It's
still,
just-
he's still got 8 years at Arsenal if he wants.
It's you deserve a pay rise, so you can have it, but you've still got 3 years left, so we're not like that sold on having to commit to you to like 5 years. So have the pay rise, and then we'll just speak about length later on.
Actually, I know you mentioned that. That's actually kind of smart.
Same with Trossard, because Trossard was like, I'm unhappy, like I'm going to kick off if I don't get a new contract. And we're like, well, you're like 30 and falling off a bit, so we don't want to commit to any more time, but you do deserve a bit more money. So, because if we didn't give him the pay rise, we gave him another year, that's still millions in wages. So whichever way you do it, it just looks a bit weird to give him a pay rise and not.
Give him a 4-year contract on 350 grand a week, like
But
you do
if
with
it keeps him
Casemiro.
happy
You
and
suddenly
stops
can't sell
kicking
him.
off, yeah.
Yeah, so there have also at Manchester United been these rather bizarre and out of nowhere reports about Saudi Arabia and potential investment in the club. And as far as I can gather, what it is, it's the Turkey Al-Ashish. Have I said it right?
Al-Sheikh.
Al-Sheikh, that's it, sorry, thank you. Obviously, he's very, very involved in Saudi sport. He's been like a main driver behind like Riyadh season,
Yeah,
Saudi
the
getting
boxing
invested
stuff,
in the
yeah.
boxing and the football and the golf as well. Like just like Saudi being a massive sport for the new, centre of a massive push for the new centre of sport. And he tweeted, or posted on X, whatever you want to call it, the best news I heard today is that Manchester United is now in an advanced stage of completing a deal to sell to a new investor. I hope he's better than the previous owners. And everyone's turned around and gone, what?
Yeah.
Because where's that come from?
Because it was Saudi that were linked, or was it Qatar linked?
Qatar were the ones that were
Ineos
really
came in?
closely linked before Ineos came in. But the one interesting thing to note about this, regardless of how true or not it is a change that's recently happened in the contract that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has with the Glazers. Up until August 2025, he had the first right of refusal on any bid that comes in. So let's say someone bids, I don't know, 2.3 billion to then buy the rest of the Glazers shares, or another 50% of the Glazers shares. Ratcliffe has the option to match that, and then therefore Ratcliffe's offer would be accepted over anyone else's. But in August, that went, and there's now this thing called, I believe it's called like drag-on rights, where now if the Glazers get a deal, get a proposal to sell.
Pun.
No.
It's your Welsh dragon.
No, but very good.
You have got a.
I do have a dragon.
You have
I've got
a
two
dragon
dragons on my chest, mate. Got loads.
Just checking.
Some fantastic content in DR Sports as always. But the idea is that the Glazers can drag him into said deal and make him sell. So Glazers could accept whatever their shares are and then force Ratcliffe to accept the same, and then he'd have to accept the terms. So there is scope for the Glazers to basically accept a bid, not consult Ratcliffe, and it just
force
happens.
him out of his own club.
Yes, quite literally, because they're still the majority shareholders.
Friendly.
I don't think there is a Saudi deal on the cards here, because United need to comment on it if there is.
Yeah, because you were saying about the stock exchange.
They're a publicly traded company, so if there's anything that affects the stock market, United have to comment the truth or lies about it. The PLC actually has to do that. So United fans, Saudi aren't coming in to buy us. It's not happening. But I can see where there may have been a mix-up, because we're probably going to end up playing games in Saudi this season.
You think?
Yeah, we're definitely going to go and play at least one friendly fixture in Saudi, or like we'll play
It's like a winter training camp if you get knocked out the FA Cup, and you have that free. Because we always do it. We always go like Dubai for. Like 2 weeks.
or it could be during the international break, for example. Sorry, the international break, the winter break that they're where the game week spread over 2 weeks. It'll be that, and we'll play a Saudi Pro League All Stars team. Or we'll go and we'll play Al Nassr in an exhibition.
Yeah, we did it. We played like AC Milan in Dubai.
Yeah, or we'll do something like, because AC Milan don't have European football as well.
Break.
It's Leipzig, AC Milan, and there's another big club who don't have European football. It'll be something like that, but yeah, unfortunately, there is no Saudi takeover on the horizon for Manchester United. Like according to BBC, Manchester United sources have rejected claims made by Saudi Sports Supremo that the club is in advanced negotiations over sale to a new investor. It may just be someone buying a 5% stake or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's no major changes coming up.
What do you think Turkey's kind of motivation was to say what he said?
I think he's just been a bit too vague. It'll be that.
But what does he know?
Well, he might know that there's someone, there may be Saudi are coming in to help us fund the new stadium, or something like that, or that they're coming in to help pay for something to have a base in Manchester.
There's no kind of smoke without fire. He obviously knows something, and he's. Yeah. I'm trying to understand what his motivation is, though.
I feel like it might be stadium, because isn't there a similar thing with Spurs where they're saying like Qatar won't buy Spurs, but they might buy the stadium naming rights, and then that's
I think it's something like similar. I think it'll end up being. We might be looking like, so when Ratcliffe came in, he paid 300 million quid, 50 million of that. Like into the company, United's company, 50 million of that went on our new training ground, which cost 50 million pounds. Like Ratcliffe paid for that with his personal funding. I feel like this might be the same.
And just built
he sacked many dinner ladies.
Sacked all the Susan in the kitchen.
Have you seen?
Got rid of the sandwiches. Get you on trains.
Oh, no laundry anymore as well.
No laundry.
There's no laundry room in the new stadium. The new.
Just.
No,
they outsource the laundry, and everyone that's not the first team members or Ruben Amorim's coaching staff have to do their own laundry. There's a little fun fact for you. And last month, the under 13s played Everton, and they forgot kit, so the United players had to wear Everton socks and shorts to play in the under 13s game.
You just brought tops and no shorts and socks.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It's a sign of people. It's gone from having a bloated workforce to really not having enough people. Or like there's people who are like that kind of stuff happens when you got one person doing like 3 roles, isn't it? It's like something gets left out here or there because you've got the manager who's then
if you
also
are
the kit man
solely
and the
the kit
referee.
man and you've forgotten half the kit, then that is a major flaw in your
That's
job
what I mean. So,
performance.
so the only thing I can conclude is there is no.
He's also the bus
the
driver.
the kit man left with the dinner
He's
ladies.
in the kitchen doing the sarnies. He forgot.
Yeah,
Kit man's on sarnie duty.
yeah. It's just like there's at United. It still feels like there's so much patching to do.
Oh yeah.
And literally from the very core. And I know we say this all the time, but that's not going to happen until the Glazers go. At the end of the day, they're still the ones sat there on the 53% stake that they have in the club, and they're doing niche. It really feels like they're not doing anything.
No, they've not done anything for a long time.
Yeah, and they're using it seems like they just use Ratcliffe as a shield.
Yeah, well,
Ratcliffe is now the spokesperson for both of them, and he sat there going, "Oh, they're lovely people." He literally said this in the interview. They're lovely. They do care about the club. They do, but they're just so far away that it's a bit hard for them to do anything. I'm like, well, then why did you buy the club to start with? Well, just to get rid of all your debt.
Yeah.
Like you can't use the distance as an excuse.
Hemorrhaging debt.
Yeah, it's like you can't just go, "Oh, they're a bit far away." Oh, so it's fine then. Sorry, Glazers. Sorry. You know,
Shocking.
No, it's all good. I forgot that you're in the US, so it's a bit hard for you to get up for an early Zoom call.
Yeah, crazy.
It just like as much as I think about the team, and I'm like, oh, you know, we might have a chance against Liverpool because their defense is weak. I then think about the bigger picture, and then I just get really sad. And
Yeah,
it's just,
I mean,
it's just the end of it all.
Continue, buddy.
Really though, would you not want to
You
see?
sad? Not you personally, or you being sad
No.
because United.
Do you not think that
it's a
the
bit
Premier
like,
League
it's a bit
is
like
better?
you are with Everton. You don't want them to go down because you missed the
I
derbies.
do.
But if they could finish like 16th every year,
No, I
that'd be
want them
great.
to go
You want them
down.
down?
Everton can
For
go
a year,
down.
yeah.
Oh, just for
Everton
a year.
can go down.
But then they've got to
That'd
win
be
the
funny.
league and then they'll be celebrating something.
Yeah, but it's
Championship.
Well, playoff.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah.
Well, is it
Second place.
ideal
No
situation?
trophy.
They finished second on the final day.
Yes.
They bottle a 10-point lead in the championship.
Yes.
Okay.
I
For
might.
1 year. I mean, come on. I agree with Matty Renton's school of thought. That's like, okay, they've been away for a long time now. I'd actually like a little northeast derby up there.
That's
You know,
something.
Tyne-Wear derby. But listen, they're way too good to go down. It's just, I mean, they've been close to it, very close. But this season, there's no way they're going down.
Have you seen
It
them
would be-
getting-
as a Liverpool fan, I'm just speaking for me. I know Doyle agrees with me, disagrees with me. He doesn't want them to go down. But for 1 year,
They're getting sued
Come
by
on.
Burnley. Did you see that?
for what?
For what?
Because Burnley got relegated the year that Everton just stayed up, and it was the year that Everton broke PSR and got a point deduction next year. So they're basically saying, well, if they didn't break PSR, they would have got relegated and we would have stayed up.
But shouldn't Burnley be suing the people that made the decision that they needed to be given a points deduction because they did it too late?
Maybe, but it's obviously you register the breach for like the previous financial year, don't you?
Yeah,
So
you do.
they spent the money, just stayed up at Burnley's expense, and then got found guilty of PSR. At which point Burnley were already
Oh,
well in
that's
the
so
championship.
petty.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
so petty. I think that the Premier League will be better again when United are good again, in my humble opinion.
Not in my eyes.
Hated, adored, never ignored, and all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it's like kind of, you know, if we're competing for the title again, it's more fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because-
I kind of like you
because
not being
That's
there.
your opinion.
No, that's the opinion.
No,
that's
it's-
the only opinion.
That's your
I
opinion,
enjoy beating United. I think it was like 15 years we didn't win at Old Trafford, so it's nice.
You know what? There's another thing online, right? So yesterday I did the live at 5, and what we had was we just talked about some of the winners and losers so far this season. Right? We talked about like, you know, who's benefiting the most, who's like losing out here and there, and then it got clipped up. But I said that I think Arsenal are finally acting like they're acting like possible champions, whereas before it's always been the plucky underdog, but always been the kind of, you know, oh, we almost make it, but what can we do against Mohamed Salah? What can we do against Erling Haaland? Oh no, so it's fine, we'll take second. But I think this season they're acting more properly, and I'm getting slated for it in that Instagram comment section.
No, I agree.
And what do you think about that? Do you think it's
But
true?
You're not really saying much though. You're saying they're acting like possible champions. You're not saying they're
Well, 'cause they're not
acting like
champions
they're
yet.
going to win it and they're champions. Possible champions is what they've been for the last 3 years.
But it's always felt like that they've been a.
Because they have been possible.
We've got a bit
for
of
the
a
last 3
swagger
years.
now, though. Like, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are like, okay, like we can actually like not lose many games, so we can actually go and beat anyone. Like, whether we'll do it, we're not saying we're definitely going to win the league, but for the first time, we're not playing the underdog gimmick. Like it's not like
beat anyone though. It's like you beat Newcastle,
but like a
you
couple
drew to
years
City
ago,
and you lost to Liverpool.
But a couple of years ago, it was the whole like it's treble winning
wrong?
City.
Sorry?
Am I wrong?
You're always wrong.
And I was just going to say what we've had is welcome Laurie back to Live at 5 once again. He's magically appeared out of nowhere.
No, apologies for my lateness. I was on course to get here, but there's a big accident on Seven Sisters Road. They just locked off the whole road, and it's chaos out there. So I've had to do various diversions. But because I'm so committed to the cause, I thought I'd do my best to get here, and I'm here. Sorry?
Better late than never.
Well, this is it. Yeah.
Oh, my bus journey home's
Rather never.
fantastic.
I've got to drive.
You've got to drive back home.
Brilliant.
Lovely
But
stuff.
yeah, in answer, just picking up briefly, to be fair to Alex, although he's being rather churlish, he is actually.
I need to go. Sometimes I need to
he's-
Google
he's
these
not
words.
lying.
man.
Definition of churlish then.
What he said is we have to accept as Arsenal fans, we have been nearly men for the last 3 years.
Churlish
However-
means rude in a mean-spirited and surly way.
But what does surly mean?
What does surly mean? Surly
Just the
means
way your
bad-tempered
body
and
language, the way
unfriendly.
you-
Bad-tempered.
You've got your arms folded and
No, I didn't have them folded when I was saying
you're
that.
sort of looking down your nose at Arsenal fans.
No,
I get
bro,
it.
But
Listen,
Arsenal
what
fans
you
take
said
offence,
isn't
man.
wholly incorrect, because I was on a show this morning and we've deluded Gunnar, shout out to him, and we were talking about similar type of thing. We've been nearly men now for the last 3 years. When are we going to get it done? I do agree with Jack. This year does seem to be a slightly different vibe. I think it could be the Newcastle game could be one that we look back.
games can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Where
Like
you kind of
games-
think, right, with to come back in a place that, let's be honest, the last couple of years we've not done so well. The way we won the game suggests that the mentality could be a little bit different this year. The experience that we've had in going so close. Now we brought on board all these players, 8 players in the transfer window. All of them are good players. It's a different vibe around this time around, so that could be the difference. But then, as you said, it's early yet. We've not really beaten.
So early.
Yeah, there's always
Anyone
almost been
serious?
like a ready-made excuse that Arsenal fans have had. Like it was, we're up against treble winning City, like the Sharks.
That's what I mean.
And then it's like, oh well, we haven't got a striker, whereas Liverpool have Salah, and or we've got injuries and no one else does. But now it's like, okay, we got the depth, we signed the striker. City have fallen off, no excuses. Like now we have to have the swagger if we think we can win this, or there's no point competing. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, you have potentially the most rounded squad in the league, I think, considering Liverpool's
Not
defensive
potentially,
issues.
I would say.
Or yeah. Well, I mean, obviously,
I agree with
it's
you.
subject
You
to opinion.
could take
It's the-
anyone out of our 11, and we've got
Replace it
someone
with
who I
someone
wouldn't be fuming if I had to make that replacement. Whereas in the past, it's been Saliba to Rob Holding, or it's been like one of our midfielders to El Neni, which is
You got
a bit of a
got
drop.
game changers on the bench.
Maybe this
Guys that-
Finishers.
Yeah,
This might be the
exactly,
year.
yeah.
maybe it is going to be Arsenal's year after all.
anything to make sure Liverpool don't get 21. That's all I'm. That's
Don't
my
write
take on it.
City off though.
No, I'm not.
Who would you rather win it as a United fan? Who'd you
Out of
Arsenal and Liverpool? I know it's like picking.
Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want Liverpool
Flex
winning
has
21
that as
league
well.
titles.
Alright.
Like currently, it's level on 20 each. I don't want Liverpool to go ahead on that because then.
But don't they like
they're
blitz you
playing-
in other trophies though,
Yeah.
like Europeans and that?
I'm just holding on to
The
the
big ones
Premier
with the
League.
big ears.
I'm holding on to our 20 times.
But who do you think?
It's not
Who
that
I
way.
think
It's
will win
not
the
that.
league? Oh, that's actually a really good
Because if you've
question.
not said Arsenal before and someone asks you that question, you want to say the word Arsenal, but you think, oh, but Liverpool eventually they might come good and they've got. the
I'm actually
experience."
honestly when you mention that, I'm actually more thinking about City. I just look at
To win the league.
in terms of like the kind of the team I think people aren't really speaking about a lot. Is I
No,
just
but he
watch
asked- he
Erling
asked
Haaland and
you
I'm like I
who's
can't
gonna
believe
win the
it.
league though.
Who do I think
If
is
you
going
come
to win the
your
league
head,
after these
4
first 7
seconds,
games?
3, 2.
I think it's Arsenal.
Okay. Fair.
I think right now Arsenal are odds on to win that league.
funny 'cause, at
I
the
can
start of the
do the
season-
maths of if you win all your games, you won the league because you're currently top.
No, at the start of the season, and Alex will attest to this because we spoke, I tipped Liverpool narrowly based on the fact that last season they won it at a canter and this season they'd brought in Isak and Wirtz and the likes. So I thought it could go either way, but I'm just tipping Liverpool and edging towards them. But after 7 games, seeing what I'm seeing now,
Yeah, on the evidence
Liverpool.
presented in front of me, if I'm an independent jury, and as opposed to just thinking as a Man United fan, I would think it's Arsenal. But I think City are a very dark horse in this race at the moment, and no one's really speaking about it.
You say independent jury, but you did just before that say...
I know. I'm well aware of my contradictions, Alex. Don't worry.
I don't want Liverpool, so it doesn't sound very independent. But I'm not.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm a football fan. What can I say? Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
go
I
for
am.
it.
I want Arsenal. I want Arsenal to win the league, and I
How
think
confident are you
as
then?
they were.
How
I
confident
think
are
we
you?
narrowly do it. Narrowly.
But you're not
Less
as
so than
confident
you
as
thought you
was
could have at the
a few
beginning of
weeks
the
No,
ago.
but I didn't think. I knew this season, if Liverpool were going to win the league this season, I knew it wouldn't be by 10 points again. There's no way that any other team, if you're an Arsenal, you're in the change room at the end of last season going, you think they can beat us by 10 points again, boys? No way. You've got to show them this year. Either get to 1 or 2 or try and win it ourselves. So I think narrowly Liverpool win it. And again, 7 games into a 38-game season. If we have this conversation after 30 games and there's 2 points in between it from either side, I'd still narrowly just go Liverpool because of just
Arsenal's
the experience.
history
Yeah.
of falling off after game week 34
Yep.
for the most part.
Yeah.
But the last 3 times, the last time Arsenal finished runners-up 3 times in a row, they did actually get it
I
done
know,
on
but
the
then
4th
we heard
occasion.
the thing about, what was it, the Pope and Arsenal were going to
No, I
win
heard
that.
that.
So we can all do that. We can all do that. You know.
Well, I mean, Ruben Amorim doesn't listen to the Pope apparently. Well, he said he would never listen to the Pope if you asked him to change formation. But someone who's not had the world's best start to the season is Ollie Watkins. But he is apparently set to start his first international fixture since November last year, when England play Wales later today. So obviously that's why I'm in my Wales kit, because I'm supporting my boys. It's going to be an interesting game. Wales it's at Wembley. And Wales have been given 6,500 tickets, so it's going to be very, very overwhelmingly English. Yeah,
Why only 6.5?
that's just what Wales have been. I think England are like, it's a home game. I thought it would be much more even split because it's a home game for England,
I thought
but
you'd at
also
least get, like,
it's
15.
home nations. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Isn't it like 6% has to be away fans in the ground?
Well, it's
Well,
a
I don't know about
friendly game.
international games, but for friendlies, I've seen way more than I've seen. Like the whole of when England played Turkey, I've seen like must have been 20,000 Turkey fans.
Sorry, 7,500 tickets, not 6,000. But regardless,
think
Have they sold those out?
oh yeah, they'd have sold. Yeah, all of those would be sold out
Do you
because
know
it's
what?
also
The
not
Welsh
that far of a
travel,
trip.
Like the Welsh lads at the last Euros and the World Cup that I was at,
Our
like,
support's
they travel well. You know,
fantastic.
I remember being on a plane from. It was with Flex. We were on this plane to Qatar. It was just full of the Welsh. Could not look past the, them hats, the bucket hats.
Yeah, I've got so many of those.
Honestly, they were
I should have worn it today.
What's
Full
the
of
deal with
Welsh
those
fans.
bucket hats then?
It's
Is there
just
something
it's
behind
just
it,
a
or
thing.
is it just...
It's the same with like the big daffodil. Obviously, the daffodil is the flower of Wales, but it's just the big daffodil things, bucket hats. It's just like a thing we do.
and it protects your neck from sunburn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And if you're only going to be there for like 3 games, you might as well have fun.
yeah. It's I
were.
mean
And they did.
we have great
They
fun.
had
It's,
fun.
it's a question I get a fair amount of, like, why don't Wales play at the Millennium Stadium? But instead, because we play at Cardiff. And like even the bigger games, for example, like we have played at Millennium Games before, and it's just not been great. But like Cardiff City Stadium, it's my favourite place to go to
What's the
watch
capacity?
football. 30. I want to
It's
say
not big for an
30,000.
international ground, is it? 30,000.
Wales need a shot in the arm now because their rugby team is pretty awful.
Oh, we're awful at rugby. Yeah, capacity
So
33,000 for the.
And
But
Millennium
the
is what,
atmosphere.
75 maybe.
Yeah, the
Oh,
atmosphere.
are they saying they wouldn't be able to
is-
sell it out? Is that
I think
why?
I think Wales will be able to sell it out, but the Cardiff City Stadium atmosphere, I absolutely love
Good.
it. Like I like being obviously like you got a United fan and we've got the biggest stadium and the atmosphere. Something like when it gets going in Old Trafford, it's fantastic. But also being in a smaller stadium, you can really appreciate just like the bubble it creates. It's like for example, like going to Crystal Palace. If you're a Crystal Palace fan, and you've established Premier League team, but your capacity isn't the same as all the other big London clubs, but the type of atmosphere it creates, especially on like intense days, intense games, I love it. It's so much fun going there, and that's why I'm such an avid fan of Wales, despite having a very, very English accent.
Yep. But, what's the score going to be tonight? Your team's strong, but you've got like the old heads in there. I'm seeing Aaron Ramsey.
What, is the team out?
No, I'm seeing Aaron
teams aren't
Ramsey
out
in the
yet.
squad
But
list.
the only thing we know is that Ollie Watkins is starting for England because Harry Kane I think he's individually training, nursing a little bit of an injury.
what I would say about Wales, though, since Bellamy's taken over, they've definitely improved it.
Craig Bellamy's
only
been
lost one
very
game,
underrated. He's been fantastic. I mean, against Belgium, we went 3 goals down to Belgium, came back to 3-3. away from home, and then Kevin De Bruyne scored a last minute winner. That was a dagger. But what we are literally just going to treat this game as a practice
lose to
fixture.
Canada though. That was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, but I didn't. It's a friendly game.
I really like Craig Bellamy's mentality.
Yes.
He's a real winner. You know, I
Absolutely.
know he got a lot of stick in his career, and rightly so. You know, you speak to players,
he's a Liverpool man.
or even referees. You speak to players and refs, and they say, "Oh, you know, Bellamy was such a nightmare. He was horrible to referee or whatever." But he was a winner. He was like the mentality. He trained so well. I remember him at Liverpool. He had 2 spells at Liverpool, and they said
One
he
with
was
a
the
golf
best
club,
trainer.
yeah.
One was with a golf club. But guess what? The man who he hit with the golf club assisted him to score the winner at the Nou Camp 4 days later. And that kind of mentality, what I've seen his press conferences, what he instills into the Welsh lads, he's got real experience, and I actually think he's one of the top young managers out there at the minute.
Yeah, I think with Wales and our managerial situation is obviously we had the whole Gary Speed thing, and then Chris Coleman came in, and Chris Coleman was amazing. He was obviously he's the one that took us to 2016 Euros, which was just like time of my life. That's why I've got this shirt on and why I keep wearing it. Got Hal Robson-Kanu at the back, like beating Belgium. That 3-1 Belgium game will just live in that will live in my memory forever. Like it was like a good header from Ashley Williams and Hal Robson-Kanu sending 3 players, getting it past Courtois. I think was it Chris Vokes with that header. Aaron Ramsey across that tournament getting 5 assists. Like most assists in that tournament alongside Eden Hazard.
Wasn't he suspended for the semis against Portugal?
Yeah, and that ruined us.
It was a whole Ronaldo versus Bale thing.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to go and ruin Ronaldo's Euro dream?
They literally just surrounded Bale with 5 players, and then we were stuck. It was Aaron Ramsey was our best player.
Is Bale playing? No, I'm joking.
Golf,
He's
maybe.
playing, but it's just a
Playing
different
golf.
sport.
Yeah.
But I think what you're saying about Craig Bellamy, it's like obviously we had then Ryan Giggs manager, and then Rob Page took over, and
Rob Page did well though. Didn't
he did well, but it always felt a little bit like he was just like a nice guy.
Isn't he at Liverpool now?
I don't know what
Type in
Rob Page
I'm
is
pretty
doing
sure he's
now.
got something to do with Liverpool's academy now, which is.
But
weird,
I do like with Craig Bellamy. He is the manager of Liverpool's under-21s team.
There you go.
No? Good chat. I mean, he was a
How
good
can you
manager.
go from with all due respect? How can you go from managing Wales at a World Cup to Liverpool?
Because he was Giggs' assistant manager, and then took over as main manager when obviously Giggs got axed by Wales, and so he just kind of ended up with the job. And then
Right,
I think
okay.
maybe just like clubs. I would have thought he'd have gone to like a championship club or something, whatever.
That's
maybe
the same route. What's his name? Gary O'Neill took.
Yeah.
He did Liverpool under-21s as well.
I mean, it is you are seeing more people who want to become like Premier League managers starting in Premier League clubs now in the lower levels. I know like Darren Fletcher, for example, wants to become a big manager one day, and he's in our under-18s.
Has there ever been 2 managers who manage the first team and the under-21s that look as similar as Rob Page and Arne Slot do?
That's so true.
Yeah.
2 bald men.
Do you reckon that's part of the job description?
Yeah,
bald?
pretty much.
Yeah.
They went looking out for anyone who's bald.
Arne Slot,
Wait,
though.
He does look like
Jay
Arne Slot.
Spearing
He looked
your
like a
captain?
British Arne Slot.
Yeah.
So you got a bold. Oh,
Well,
he's got hair now.
He's got hair. Big up Jake, man. See him at the Legends
Jay
game.
Spearing versus Tom Huddleston
Spio.
in the Liverpool United under-21s.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Mate, him playing as 37 years old, playing in our under-21s midfield. What a guy he was. But yeah, just in terms of the game tonight, Wales will use this game purely as practice for that Belgium game. Because obviously it's against one of the biggest nations in the world, one of the best national teams in the world. And Craig Bellamy will set up with the exact system that he wants to set up against Belgium, which I think will be a 5 at the back.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think it will go to a 5 at the back because we got decent defenders, and he'll basically just turn to Harry Wilson and go do your thing,
What a
lad.
player, man.
Harry Wilson is incredible.
brilliant
His
player.
free kicks, I vividly remember his free kick against United
And then
when he played for Derby
give
County.
it
I know he
that.
put the
Yeah.
5 thing up, but just that, I was in
Hold that,
shock,
man.
that free
Hold.
kick. And also when we played, I believe it was Republic of Ireland as Wales, and it was like 79th minute, we needed the win badly, and I've never seen a more top corner free kick in my life. Like 25 yards
Yeah, I
on
remember
the
that,
left.
yeah.
unbelievable.
And David Brooks is back, who I think another great player. Obviously you've got Brendan Johnson. You're going to have to look out for Kiefer Moore purely just because he's a big
He's
lad.
6'8".
He's a big lad. He's back from injury, which is
Is
nice.
Ampadu playing?
Ampadu is in the squad. Yeah.
Kiefer
He's
Moore's at
one of your
Wrexham,
better
right?
players.
Kiefer Moore is at Wrexham.
Wrexham,
Yeah.
just-
Well, because he had an injury, and then now and I thought he was out for a while, and he's just back.
appeared in the squad.
Yeah, he's just back, which is
I'll be
great.
interested to see who plays for us because we've had so many injured. Obviously, Declan Rice came off for us holding his back, didn't he? But he's in the squad, so
They're saying he might be captain.
Yeah, probably. If
Yeah.
Kane's not playing, it will be someone new.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, I think I'm not too fussed about the final score tonight. I just want to see us play
Getting
well and just
excuses
get
in early.
any. Well, no, I'm not. It's a friendly game. Like you mentioned the Canada game that we lost. I don't really care. It's like, do you care too much if Arsenal lose a pre-season friendly?
Gutted,
no,
mate.
not-
But England, no, couldn't care.
You gutted if Arsenal lose a pre-season
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah, because we're always playing like United or Liverpool. And I know what they're like. I'll always come in and they'll be like, we beat you. Even
But when we lost,
Oh, for like
we lost
20
to
minutes
Spurs
that
in
anyone
pre-season.
cares.
No, we lost to Spurs in pre-season. I couldn't leave. Like, I couldn't go on Twitter for like a week.
Okay,
It's horrible.
Spurs is different.
But yeah.
As an Arsenal fan, I think Spurs is different. Like when
I guess it
Liverpool have
depends
beaten
on
us
the
in
type of
pre-season, I
teams
don't
you're
care.
putting out for these friends. So when you play Canada, I'm presuming you didn't play a full strength
No, we
side.
didn't. No.
It'd be
So
nice
you
for you
haven't
to like
had
some of them
work.
players to get debuts as well. If there's any young lads in there, like is that the young Cardiff lad? Is it Dylan Lawler? Maybe. I know there's one that scored. He scored a really nice solo goal at the weekend for Cardiff.
Dylan
I don't
Lawler.
know if that's him.
But you say that though, the scrutiny for England is very different though, because if England lose a friendly,
Yeah, that's true.
it's seen as a real bad look. Well, when we lost to who was it? Senegal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That didn't go down well at all.
Yeah, that didn't go well at all.
So-
Ben Davis must have over 100 caps now for Wales. Surely.
He's our most capped player.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
He
he
is.
was.
Someone in the
100
chat
and-
saying Jordan Henderson's probably going to be captain, not Declan Rice.
Yeah, Ali
What time's
says.
kickoff?
7:45, I think.
Jordan Henderson
You're
shouldn't be
Hendo watch.
anywhere near that
Probably
England
won't
team.
even watch it.
Do you know that?
All right, and play.
Oh,
He
Henderson,
should not,
yeah.
he should not be anywhere near that England team.
Well, he's only got.
Mate, he's getting assists against
That's true.
United and Chelsea. in the
Ironically, he might have actually earned this call up.
Prem. he might have actually earned.
Like,
the
he
call
might
at this
actually
time.
deserve to be there at the minute, but yeah, it's kind
Ireland are
of.
playing.
Tuchel's
Portugal
only
next
got
week.
a one tournament contract, so he should only be using players that he thinks he's actually going to take to the World Cup. So he must genuinely think that he's going to take Henderson.
And you've also got the likes of like Jack Grealish stuff in there. And
He's not in there, is he? Grealish in England squad.
no, as in like people.
Yeah,
around
as in people
who,
in and
like,
around.
who haven't been selected. Who,
We've got an abundance of talent in this country.
Yeah, Bellingham's obviously not in the squad because he's injured.
Yeah, Kobe Mainoo's
What
not
he
in
should
there
be
'cause he's not
doing is playing one of
Yeah.
the younger
Cole
guys.
Palmer
and
is injured.
But Lewis Skelly's in there
Foden's
despite
out.
not playing, which is interesting.
You probably just raised Lewis Skelly really highly.
He said that he's a good civilian, but that he can't keep getting away with that. Like he does.
Not playing?
Yeah. He's a really good person to have around the camp, and we love him, and we want him here. But he can't keep not playing if he wants to stay in like future squads.
How do you assess England's squad going into this World Cup compared to obviously the other big guns out there? Like where
Top
are
heavy.
you ranking England?
It's just.
I
it's
know
so-
it's a difficult question
it's
because
so
we don't know what
disjointed.
top
Top
going to
four.
look like.
Yeah, it's top four, but
third or fourth.
yeah, but I think when you look at the defence and it's like, oh, it could be Stones or maybe Maguire gets in, like Conce is going to be around, Gay,
Gay, yeah.
Branthwaite, and it's like, it's not when you compare it to other nations.
It's not
maybe
inspiring
Like,
names, do
But
you
then
think?
you look at like Bellingham, Kane, Foden, Saka, Palmer. It's like that's almost uncompetable. But just
I
so
think the
top
only
heavy.
reservation that I have as far as England's concerned, the fact that it's going to be played in America, Mexico and Canada, that time of the year, it's going to be very, very hot. And traditionally we struggled. Well, most European teams will struggle in that part of the world at that time of the year. But other than that,
No aircon.
Yeah, aren't some of the
Very
the,
cool.
the,
Yeah,
the,
they're putting
the
the air
stadiums
conditioning
in
the
the UK are
stadiums, and they're going to
aircon.
move the.
Are they?
they're
Oh,
gonna move the
In
times
Qatar, I
later.
tell you, I went to 23 games, I think, at that World Cup, and it was actually cold in the stadium because there was too much aircon.
yeah.
Ask Jason and Haas. After a few games, you know.
But is there going to be aircon for this
They're
World
going
Cup?
to have
Probably.
to
Yeah,
put it
they've
in,
got to
surely.
try.
'Cause they've got to look after the players.
Well, they said they've learned from the Club World Cup, so they're going to try and do.
'Cause that was very hot.
Because that was horrible.
That was the guinea pig event.
Yeah, I mean England are basically like current Liverpool, where there's just so much attacking talent that you just need to somehow squeeze in the team, and then you look at the defence, and they're still kind of figuring out how to be like it's just so top heavy. You know, like the horse, where it's like the horse drawn really, really well at the front, and at the back it's like a colour.
yeah.
That's like a
Ferrari
scribble.
and then
Yeah,
a-
the
But you say
Ferrari
that
and
though,
Fiat.
but what are the outstanding teams in world football at the moment?
Spain.
France.
It's always
You say
France.
France? Not so
Yeah.
sure about
More
that.
than
Yeah.
England, yeah.
France have a very well-rounded squad, and they still have the shots
Even
at the helm.
Portugal's squad is crazy right now.
France is like under
Portugal's
21
squad is really
Portugal's
underrated.
squad is crazy right
People
now.
never
But we
really
know
talk
they'll
about
start Ronaldo regardless at like
I know, but
41.
I'm saying like
But squad-wise.
keeper through to the
Yeah.
striker. The squad's
They've got
unreal.
they've got like a club level starting 11. Like
Yeah.
France's under 21s team, when that comes out, would compete at a lot of World Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, we say that all the time about France, don't we? France always just have like
Until
this,
recently,
conveyor
like,
belt
Elise
talent.
would be in their under 23 squad. They'd be like, how on earth is Elise?
Yeah.
Like Tells there, like them, like Kolo Muani. Like, how on
Ekitike playing
earth
at
are you in-
the under 21 World Cup.
Teta's in the squad.
Yeah, Mateta's in there.
That's someone I'm so happy he's finally got his international call up.
Who?
Mateta.
Can I just say off topic before we do score predictions? I was flicking through other internationals and a massive game happened in Group D of the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Yeah. Bangladesh 3, Hong Kong 4. Hamza Chowdhury scored for Bangladesh.
Of course.
And then Hong Kong scored 3 unreplied, including 2 from Rafael Merkiez. Then on the 84th and 99th minute, Bangladesh draw level. And then for his hat-trick, in the 90th plus 14th minute, Rafael Merkiez gives Hong Kong the win.
Wow. Crazy.
International DR Sports.
That's the kind of game I wish I was watching,
Yeah.
actually.
That would be
That's a
better
crazy
than
drama
game.
there.
That'd be better than tonight's game.
And
So
Mo
I've-
Salah qualified Egypt for the World Cup.
Yeah, they might have lost. Were they the last one?
No.
No.
They're
It's-
in Russia, 18.
Yeah.
He scored
Yeah.
2, didn't
Yeah.
Well, at least he's
Against
finally scoring for
Djibouti.
someone.
He's got to be up there for like best African player of all time now.
Yeah, sure.
Like for what he's done for his country as well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Him and Sofian Amrabat.
Oh God.
Better than Rice, mate. Better than Declan Rice.
Is it
Oh.
Lex? Not Flex. Lex.
said that.
Oh, poor Lex. Yeah. I mean, the score prediction, you just mentioned score prediction, it's going to be, I think, like 3-1 England.
How's your qualifying looking?
No, this is the thing, is our qualifying is actually really interesting.
Are you looking like you're going to get there?
We can, but we've got, where is the table?
Belgium.
No, so I think Belgium, that's just the World Cup.
That's the World Cup. Where
That's
did
the
you
actual
finish it?
World Cup. Where's the...
They always seem to draw Belgium for some reason, don't they?
World Cup qualifier. Yeah, we play Belgium all the time. It's ridiculous. We are in one of the groups with 5. So we're third, but it's North Macedonia atop of our group.
How has that happened?
They're
undefeated.
Yeah,
in 5 games.
North Macedonia have won 3, drawn 2, lost none.
Who was that Macedonian striker? Was it Pandev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in everyone's
Yeah.
fantasy
Yeah.
fantasy Euro, whatever it was, when we were playing that in the 2020 Euros. But yeah, so it's North Macedonia are top on 11 points, and then Belgium are second on 10, Wales are third on 10. Goal difference, Wales is 5, Belgium is 13, because Belgium pulled out like a 5-0 win or something, I think, recently. But North Macedonia have been absolutely smashing it in this group so far. They have
Belgium still have a game to play, right?
Belgium have a game to play.
So they can go top.
They can go top, but it's against us, and obviously if we win, we go top. North Macedonia are playing one of Kazakhstan and Liechtenstein.
With Macedonia.
That squad must be quite aging now, though. Some of the
Belgium
heavy
squad,
hitters are getting old.
it's getting
like
getting
De
there a
Bruyne
bit.
and Trossard doing like the last dance.
And then Lukaku,
yeah.
you've got Courtois, but you've also got like Tielemans is injured.
You got
Doku's in the team. They've got Malik Fofana, Luisa Penda.
Charles de Ketelaere.
It's actually not an amazing squad now. I look at it.
it's
Like
not.
why
Wout
is Wout Faes right here? Amadou Onana's not been great, I think, so far this season.
Yeah,
for
Lavin's
Villa.
always injured.
He hasn't been good at all, Nana, for a while.
No.
Belgium were kind of similar to England. That they had that so-called golden generation that didn't do.
But in all fairness, for Belgium, what should a golden generation achieve? Like, is getting to like semi-finals actually pretty good for what their expectations would be? But I mean, when you've got like Hazard, Courtois, maybe you'd expect to be at least the Euros. If Portugal winning it with Eder scoring in the final, then like, there's no reason why Belgium could have done that. I mean, you got to the semis.
What, of
16.
Euros,
16.
Euro 2016 semis, then we didn't win a game in the most.
Because that was when we went out in the round of 16.
I think it's been quite criminal that England have not won a major tournament since '66. When you consider some of the teams.
Is that what success is for Tuchel then?
Yes.
Obviously,
Yeah.
England have got to the finals. Like, basically, if he doesn't win what's coming up, is he going?
That's why he's here.
Well, I guess if we went out in the semi-finals to the eventual winners or something like that, then you could say, well, but he's got to get to at least the semi-finals. I would have thought.
I think he has to win it. Like, that's why.
Yes.
That's why
Well, he has to win it to keep his job. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you could say he's been a total failure if you come up against a prime time.
No, I'm
Brazil
not.
in the semi-final.
I'm not saying total failure. But if you say a success is at least a semi-final, but then success doesn't get him another tournament,
No, that's why they've brought him in on like the one tournament or like the 1 year contract. It's you're meant to be a serial winner. Like people say that you're not great in the league, but you'll win Champions Leagues and cups. So be the guys to get England over the line, and then if it doesn't work, then they'll probably ring up Lee Carsley and be like, okay,
that is going to be a very difficult tournament to win.
Manager.
Because in that part of the world, the South American teams are going to be very heavily supported. Conditions are going to suit them. You know, Argentina,
Hopefully
Brazil,
it's a good World Cup. And hopefully
Mexico 86.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be Messi's last tournament, Ronaldo's last tournament.
I'll be honest,
storylines everywhere.
World Cup, I did not think for 1 minute that there'd be another World Cup for Ronaldo and Messi.
I thought Ronaldo would make
another World Cup.
We're not going to see a rerun of that whole Messi fawning over thing this time. Cause
I thought Messi would.
That was the one thing about that tournament that just annoyed me. Actually,
they wanted Messi to win.
Oh, it was so obvious. And don't get me wrong, the man is.
There was one penalty. I think
he's a goat.
Poland. He got like slapped by like the goalkeeper's like small finger, and they VAR'd it. And Szczesny was just laughing at him. I was like, I can't believe they've given.
It was so apparent, though. I mean, you were out there. Did you not feel it?
No, not when I was out there.
Really?
No.
Maybe you were caught up in the bubble, and I'm not saying that to denigrate. I'm just saying.
But
where I was, and where we were, the fawning and Messi. I'm like. France, poor old France.
It did feel very like
stand a
everything
chance.
was being pushed that way.
Sorry?
It did feel everything was being pushed that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just on their legacy, wins the World Cup at 41. Does that then put him above Messi? Because he's then done Euros, 2 Nations Leagues.
Yeah, but Messi's
World
won
Cup.
Copa Americas.
Yeah, but the whole thing that people say now is, he's won the World Cup.
In terms of who was like just purely the best footballer, then no. Because Messi, with the ball at his feet, is the best footballer we've ever seen.
But does Ronaldo need that to bow out with his retire as like, I've achieved it?
Sorry, I was wanting to quick this. So is he not the best one you've ever seen?
No, I'm still riding out for Pele, man.
Who, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Messi. So I said Messi, ball at his feet, best we've ever seen, and then Laurie says Pele.
But I
understand why you say Pele as well. My dad always said George Best was the best.
Yeah, George Best was. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate here because you said you've seen. But look, I don't think Messi.
Messi's alright, doesn't
he? Not now. He's slipped a bit, really, hasn't he?
Well, he's disappeared off.
He's still got those moments.
European radar, hasn't he? Because he's in America.
Yeah.
But I think some players have set unusual standards though. Like the fact that Ronaldo is like 40 and is still playing is crazy. Like Messi being able to still play football in America at his age is amazing. Obviously, people just compare it to the fact that Ronaldo's in some superhuman shape. Like if Messi bowed out at 34, then that would have been like fair enough. It would have been completely normal.
Do you think he's not bowed out because Ronaldo hasn't?
I don't think he cares less about Ronaldo. I genuinely don't think he's slightly bothered about what Ronaldo does.
I would agree.
But I did think he would have bowed out after the World Cup because he obviously retired from international football twice because he couldn't get Argentina over the line and they were all booing him and it was like, you'll never be Maradona. And then he won it. I thought that would have been his
final say.
His curtain call. Like, there you go. I've World Cup, legacy completed, done everything I can do in football. I'm going to go chill in America for like 2 years. And
I do agree with what you said, though, about the rivalry. I think that's far more Ronaldo than it is Messi.
Ronaldo pushing it.
Ronaldo is that kind of egotistical.
I think Ronaldo would swap everything he's ever achieved for that World Cup just to have done that.
That's a bit of an outrage.
Okay, not everything.
Not everything is. But he would swap the other international trophies, obviously, and then potentially a Champions League.
Do you think he'd give his Ballon d'Or?
As long as he's playing.
If someone went to him and said, right, it's going to cost you
all your
Ballon
Premier
d'Ors, Leagues, all your Ballon d'Ors,
and a Champions
3
League.
Champions Leagues, a Nations League, a Euros, and I'll give you the World Cup.
I don't think he accepts that.
That's mad.
I don't think he accepts that because ultimately, what you're trading,
you got to take a photo,
9 trophies and loads of Ballon d'Ors.
All you got to do is say Messi's the GOAT, hold it up to a camera, and we'll give you the World Cup. No, not doing it.
Well, and then he can just turn back after winning the World Cup and go, I say AI generated. It's on Sora. Yeah, which is some of the videos coming out from there are crazy. But I think if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, it's still a no. I think Messi winning that World Cup secured it so much for him that if Ronaldo does it after him, it's like, well, Messi's already done that kind of thing. If Ronaldo ends up as top scorer and they go unbeaten and he breaks the goal scoring record,
even if
he's got
1,000 career goals and wins the World Cup, there's still.
But I don't know if he's getting 1,000 career goals. What's he on now?
He will not retire. He's on like 940 or
940
away, yeah.
How many is he on?
He's like
He needs like 60 more, so he needs to do.
Pele got 1,000, didn't he?
Pele did.
Yeah, but they were in like pre.
No, here we
They're
go.
all pre-season games against under 12.
He was playing for his county.
When people say that, I just say, come on, man, you got to take into account the time he was playing and all that. It's very different to now, isn't it?
But then is that argument not the same as then saying that Messi was better than Pele because you take into account who they were
That's what
playing
I'm
against?
saying, though. That's why the whole argument to me is a bit redundant because
It's an impossible argument.
Exactly,
We
yeah,
all know this
yeah.
because as well, it's a lot of people arguing haven't seen both. Like I didn't watch Pele play live. I was born in 2000. Like it was quite a while
I've got a
after.
New York Cosmos Pele shirt.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's when like all that Beckenbauer and that just started going and doing. What was it, the North American Soccer League?
Bobby Moore as well.
Yeah. Cruyff went over for a bit. They just took like all of the best players in the world, and they were
Football
like
history
35, and were like, yeah, let's just start the American League.
I think it's like a lot
happens so often,
it's like a
hasn't it?
lot of sports. You just have to appreciate guys in their own era.
Yeah,
You could say-
like Pele may be the best from his era.
Yeah,
and he got Maradona's
yeah,
best from his
yeah.
era.
Havertz.
Messi is the best from this era.
Yeah, I
like
would
that
say.
is just true, and I would say of all
Joe
time.
Allen as well.
Joe Allen, he was
The
what
Welsh
a
rabbit.
midfielder he was. He was another one in Euro 2016, by the way.
Into his chickens. Isn't
He was incredible.
Not like that, but
That's a bit mad.
Keeps
Broke my heart
Yeah.
once in a 3-3-all.
3-3 draw. at Anfield.
Draw at Anfield, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of football coming up internationally, and there's also loads of stuff coming up on DR Sports in the next couple of days. We've got live at 5. Obviously, we will be here at 5 p.m. tomorrow, probably to discuss the results and anything that comes up in the football world. We've got the Friday. You got Best of Enemies on Friday, and then you've got FCM on Sunday, as well as the Saturday football show on Saturday at 7:30. Which you'll be here for that?
No, because there's no games, mate.
No,
International break, isn't it?
so no Saturday show.
Just be the Saturday
Well,
show. There's
what
no
do you-
football.
No.
Oh, fair enough. Well, regardless, there's the FCM, and there's also the 5 p.m. show with us tomorrow, and then also on Monday there is the weekend roundup as well, which obviously Alex will be on and everything. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow to discuss all the latest football news, and we'll see you then.
Welcome along,
That is
weekend
unbelievable.
roundup. Oh my days,
Word.
we're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
And we're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah.
Foden
I'd
88,
say
Saka
that's about
87.
right,
I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
How much chance will Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got free
Can't do it.
PSV, do you think there's any chance of winning? Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool. 2-0 Wolves.
Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Still there.
You're in trouble if we win this game.
You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend. That makes you world champion.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title race.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 billion down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.